Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Adjusting Success. We're going to be talking about some of the fundamentals when it comes to marketing, and we're going to dive right in. And if you guys have questions, the comments are open. We're live on Facebook, Marketing 101 for Chiropractors Group. We're live on YouTube and LinkedIn. So, wait a few minutes and we'll get going. Today, what we're going to talk about is the questions you need to ask yourself before you market so that you're always on purpose and on target. This will save you thousands of dollars in your marketing over time because you're going to stay on purpose. So let's go through some of those things. And if you have questions about finding your demographic, finding your ideal client, this is the episode to go through. But remember, you can always ask me questions anytime. Audio, everything okay? I always have to check. I hate it when we're 5 minutes into this thing and all you see is my mouth moving. So if you get a thumbs up or anything, that'd be great. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we'll start going through here. So number one, when it comes to marketing, is to, ask yourself what the key message is. Chiropractors and health service providers are always looking for what? New patients. That's why you want to do marketing. It is the tangible result that we all want. And if we don't get a bunch of new patients, we're like, oh, the marketing doesn't work. Marketing is a plan. It's a blueprint to an end. There is no end. Actually, it's a blueprint. The end product is going to be whatever you're designing to build, but it's not the end of it. Once it's built, you have to live in it or you use it, right? So there's no end to marketing. So let's get rid of this linear thing about marketing. It is designing a blueprint that ends up working. So you first build, your one-story, 1,600 square foot home. And as you grow and your family grows, you may have to add an addition to the home. You may have to develop the basement. You may have to add a second story to this home. People usually just sell their homes and move to a new home. I get it, but bear with me here with this analogy, right? So you're building, so you put this on the blueprint, you build your home, and then you move forward. So let's build this house. Let's build it, and let's build it properly. Because if you do these things properly, you're going to build the 2-story, 4,500 square foot home. That's the one that you need, right? That just keeps providing for your family and doesn't need much adjustments, and you just keep fortifying it, and it has a high return on investment. That's what you need to do. So what is your key message? We got to get clear on our message. What are potential customers looking for through your advertising? What's your key message? And we always dive into what we do, and we think that's our key message. It's not our key message. All right. How do you develop an email sequence after the sale of a product? How many emails? How long should the drip be? 2 weeks, a month, etc. I love this question. This is fantastic. Let's get into this in a second. I'm going to go through my little spiel here, and we're going to answer this. I'm going to pop it back up on the screen. That's a great question. But answering this first thing, what's your key message, is really important when it comes to your advertising. What is your key message when you're going out there? What are you telling the community that you are? Not what you do or how you do it. It's what are you? What are you? We're a chiropractic office. Okay, great. Well, good luck competing with all the other chiropractic offices that are doing some form of marketing. You're never going to stand out of the crowd. Who are you? What do you do? They want to buy your story. What is something that has helped you with your health? What is something that has overcome? It's that story, right? Chiropractors have this, their chiropractic story, what got them into chiropractic. That's who you are. That's the message that you need so people can relate to and move forward. And then all your marketing is based around that story. And I'll explain how that works. But let's go back and answer this question. So how do you develop an email sequence after the sale of a product? So how do you do this? Well, this is through either automation or lead capture. So once you sell a product, obviously, if it's an online product or a service, you're going to get their information because they paid you, they gave you their name, and they probably gave you an email. Once you have this, you deliver the product via email, even if it's not tangible digital product. Maybe it's a service, maybe it's a teeth cleaning or a chiropractic adjustment. So you've done it by hand, but now, or functional medicine, maybe it's a virtual thing. You end up sending this email to them, verifying the purchase, and then they are put into a sequence. So it depends on the product. So let me give you an example of our office. A new patient comes in. What do they put into? They're put into a 9-month sequence. I think it's got 18 emails in it. So they get one, 2 days later, welcome to the office. They get one 3 days after that. They get one 5 days after that. They get one 7 days after that. They get one 10 days after that. They get one 20 days after that. They get one 25 days after that. Does that make sense? And then so you're taking a bunch of emails, and then over time, they're just dripping a little less frequent, but they're getting this new patient thing that's going on. The first 3 months of emails are lined up with their progress of care and the things that they should do. And then the last 6 months are wellness things that they should do to maintain the care and the correction that they've gotten. And this template can be made into any niche that you're doing. So how long should it be? Definitely way more than 2 weeks. A month is pretty good. I would run the sequence for a while. And then you got to have a strategy for it. What's the sequence going to do? You start them off with the excitement of, think of this like buying a new car. If you've ever been through the excitement of buying a new car, it wears off very quickly, unless it's a Ferrari. It wears off very quickly. The new car smell, the new car experience, and it turns into remorse and bitterness and the worst purchase you've ever made. So I love the example of a new car. So you take it off the lot. It's exciting. That's when you're getting the emails. That's when you're getting the sales rep texting you. How's the new car? Can I answer any other questions about the remote car start, about the features that we showed you? Oh yeah, and you get back to them. You may get back. Tell me how we get to the GPS. Or, hey Larry, I went to the car wash and I didn't know how to put it in neutral because it had to go through the damn screen on Lincoln Parks that I didn't even know to turn off the automatic brake feature on my damn neutral. This is a true story, folks, on my Lincoln Corsair in the car wash. And the damn thing is hitting, like the tracks are hitting my tire. I got to his text about how things are going from 3 days ago. Richard, I don't know how to put this thing in damn neutral. We figured it out. It was a joke. I was the laughing stock of the car wash. But anyways, the whole point of this, and then it wears off. So at the beginning, you've got those follow-ups, and then there's not much to follow up anymore. The product has been delivered, but now what are the things that they need to know to maintain it? Healthcare is a little bit more, it's a little bit more nicer than a car. And then the long term, the strategy is after the 3-month mark or the 6-month mark is, how do I tell them how to refer or come back and repeat purchase to my business? So let's keep the chiropractic thing going. What's repeat business is keep getting adjusted for the rest of your life. That's the message. Or this is how you refer family members to us. This is how you refer friends to us. People don't know how to refer. They may have not been referred to you. They may have gone through Google and looked it up, and they don't realize to tell the referral that they want to refer, hey, go to Google and just look up Full Life Chiropractic. They're not going to do that. They want to know a way, and they really don't know how. So that is the strategy for your nurturing sequence. Follow up, repeat buy, and follow up referral, how to do that to our office, and teaching them about all the other services you have so that they can refer. They may not refer for the direct thing that they got. Maybe they got gut health and thyroid help with you through functional medicine, and they want to refer somebody to get adjusted. How do they do that? Well, if you send the email at the right time, they may forward that email straight to their friend, or they may save it, right? So these are the strategies of email marketing. Great question. That was awesome. We could pivot. We could do the whole video on that. You want to do a whole video on how to create a nurture sequence? Let me know. We could shift right now. I can stop this whole thing I had about building your brand. We could do this some other time. Let the questions keep going if you want. You can dictate this whole video. How cool is that? I am your avatar. You can do whatever you want. No? Yes? No? Yes? Okay. I'm going to keep going with building your brand. So what's your key message? And then why are you advertising? You need to know why you're advertising before you spend any dollars. Are you looking to acquire new leads? Are you looking to blast and get more awareness on something that you're doing? Maybe it's a new growth strategy or a new product in your office. Or are you simply looking to get new patients? What is it? We need to define that as number 2. Then what problem are you solving? Because if you're going for leads, you have to show them what to do. If you're going for new patients, you got to show them how to do it. There's different strategies for this. What product, what your product can do for them? What problem does your product solve? And we go from there. Okay. And then, of course, who's your target audience? That's number 4. Who are you trying to advertise to? You need to target them, but it could be demographic, it could be age group, it could be through your message, through your product. Those are ways to get them as well. And do you have a budget? What's your budget? How are you going to stay within that budget? And is your budget realistic enough to obtain the goal of why you're advertising? Okay. Number 6, do you have the time? Do you have the time to acquire the leads, to nurture the leads, to build these email sequences, to do this stuff, to do it properly? This is where a lot of marketing falls apart. You see how we're going up the ladder on this marketing thing, and as we get to this point, which publication is right for you, which stream is right for you. Is it always Facebook ads? Some of your goals have nothing to do with Facebook ads. Actually, some of your goals in your marketing, Facebook ads is the worst way to go about this, and that's why they fail. Some of the best ways to go about it would be through Google marketing and really increasing your keywords for specific things. I love the pediatric example. Very hard to use this on Facebook to get a pediatric driven practice from this. You want to be mastering Google on this, on your SEO, your keyword search, your campaigns, and then your Google Max. That is how you build a pediatric practice. That's how I did it 7 years ago, is really fortifying the Google ad space. And I guess I'm not as popular from everyone that knows me about that because I was leveraging Facebook so well that people think I'm the Facebook guy. But really, that's where you get niche things like neuropathy, pediatrics, prenatal, mamas, those specific things. You gotta be searched for that. Facebook is one platform. Google goes across multiple platforms. Okay, great little tangent there. So what publication is right for you, depending on the demographic you're going after? And then the last rung in this is my company ready to even do this shit? SHAT, I didn't swear. But that is what it's all about. Okay, there you go. Well, 12-minute podcast, 12-minute video. Perfect. But each of those rungs have so much to it. And that's where I'm leaving it open for questions. I mean, how do we do this? How do we say, if things are not working for you, if you've tried things and they haven't worked for you, this video is for you. You're getting one-on-one coaching right here but you got to ask the right questions. People ask me all the time. I had a lady just ask, I posted something about $7 leads at one of my clients. She actually turned off and she's like, can we please turn these off? I'm booking into the end of April. This was last week. I'm like, yeah, I guess so. You can't even get them into the schedule. And are they actually booking appointments 6 weeks out? She's like, yeah. I'm like, well, that's a win, but let me know how that goes. You're going to have to stay on top of them. You're going to have to create a wait list for these people and let them know. And she's like, that's such a great idea. And we're working on that. But when you get to your 6 weeks out, those patients, you call them up a week after they booked that appointment. So this week you're going to call them and be like, hey, Larry, I know you're booked for April 11th. We've created a wait list in case something opens up earlier. Would you like to be on that wait list to get in earlier, or do you want to keep your April 11th appointment? Oh no, put me on that wait list. If anything opens up, I'd love to come in earlier. Great. Nurturing the list that she already has in the books. That's advanced stuff. But if you just let them wait, I guarantee you the drop-off rate and the no-show rate for those patients is going to increase because they forgot about the appointment 6 weeks ago. Or in 6 weeks, they tried something else. They went and did some voodoo Chinese stuff down the road and they feel better. They're like, I don't need a chiropractor. So that's the whole point there. The nurturing part comes with a lot of things. Marketing has multiple platforms for it, and you've got to set up the systems inside your office that are automated and customer based. They both have to be there. You have to create those and be ready for them. So as you start to fill up, and my one client reached a point where she's like, my team cannot keep up anymore. We got to turn this off. We'll turn it back on the end of March. I'm like, great. This is a perfect, that's how you market. That's how you do this. In the meantime, let's amp up your SEO in Google. She's like, absolutely, let's do that. So we're always doing something and moving forward. So that's just one example. Make sense? Great. Questions. It's open up for everyone. That's the message I wanted for this week. I think it's just going to strengthen your marketing moving forward by knowing those little things. And there's just no one, guys, do you know why I keep doing this every Monday, every Friday with the podcast, keep coaching people? Because there's no one out there doing this, and there's no way for me to cookie cutter this and make and blast it to the masses. There's no Facebook course I can create, Google course I can create to blast this to the masses, because everybody's business is so different. So this is the best way. I'm not saying I'm the best coach. There's just coaches out there to help you do this. Find the one that resonates for you with the goals that you're currently trying to go for and hire them. Coaches have always been the best investment I've ever done. Always. They've always turned a corner for me, always created some growth, always opened up possibilities, and always cleaned up my business. Always. Don't go without a coach for too long. All right. Questions. What else can I talk about? Nurture sequences. How do you build them? How do you deliver them? Let's go back to this question. You would create them in an email CRM that you have and time them. So once a patient is tagged for a new patient sequence, as soon as they're tagged, the sequence kicks them off. Like we have one, we do a weight loss program. A lady just signed up today and she's starting the program tomorrow. Tomorrow, it's on the to-do list for my CA. Once they get in, they are going to tag her for weight loss, new weight loss patient, and they get an entire sequence. They get an email almost every day for 6 weeks. I think there's like 35 emails in the 42-day process to keep them on board, to encourage them to stay on the program, tips to do at home, to drink their water, what happens if they get any constipation, what happens if they get headaches, what happens if they start getting disrupted sleep, tips, all these things that could happen. And if they don't get any of these symptoms, they learn something through that. That's one example there. Our new patients get an email sequence. Our new patients that sign onto a care plan are on a different email sequence. They get one with more customized videos about rehab and stuff to do at home and corrective and posture stuff. And the new patients that don't sign a care plan stay on the new patient thing because we still want them to refer. Even if they've seen us twice, we want them to know how to refer to our office. These are all there. I created them in 2019, 2020, 2021. We modified them a little bit. We update some a little bit. But once they're done, they're done. They only take minutes to clean up if you ever need to, and they're just there. All these, it's chaotic. If you look out from the outside, when somebody new comes in to train, it's utter chaos. And that's the way it should be. But it's organized, and once we get in there, they end up seeing how these sequences work and how to initiate them, and it becomes pretty easy. But for a new person to come in and be like, "Oh my God, why do you have hundreds of emails?" It's because that's how we do it. So this is absolutely a great question. More questions. I got to keep talking. Otherwise, it's like the video froze and people think it's over. So got to keep talking. What else do we do? But yeah, the marketing thing, I mean, people just want to throw money at stuff hoping for new patients. But if the groundwork isn't there, it's just not going to work. So with the sequence, first think of commonly asked questions, then recommend other products or ask for a referral. So the sequence would look like this. A welcome email. It's a video. I got a little bit of text. I have a video that I post on YouTube, and then the YouTube link is embedded into the email. It's easy. Once they click on it, they're automatically sent to YouTube. Very simple. It's a welcome. Hey, welcome to Full Life Chiropractic. I'm Dr. Enrico, and our entire team's here to service you in both chiropractic, rehab, and all health concerns you may have. We're a natural health care provider office that focuses on everything without the use of drugs and surgery. We're never going to tell you to take a drug, or we'll never try and refer you out for surgery without trying holistic ways first. And then we just go through it. We have functional medicine, chiropractic. We help kids. We help adults. We help seniors. And you go through a welcome video. It's about 2-3 minutes. And that's their first one. The next one is, hey, once you're getting started here, make sure that you get good rest. Rest and sleep is where the body actually does all the repair and healing. Boom, 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 boom. That's that. And that could be a video too, or it could be an email. Then 5 days later, they get another one. Make sure that when you're at home that you do a little bit of stretching to facilitate muscles during our rehab process. This makes it easier for your adjustments in the future, and it helps facilitate healing. I'm just giving you, these are off the top of my head. Then the fourth one is, by the way, did you know we offer massage therapy at our office? Our massage therapist is here Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays and it goes on that. so they can try another modality. Hey, the sixth one, hey, did you know Dr. Crystal does acupuncture? Hey, we have some cool techniques in the office. Did you know all of our doctors have to be Webster certified or pediatric certified to work at Full Life Chiropractic? Why? Because we help a lot of kids and we can adjust kids as early as birth within days of being born. And some of the reasons we would want to do that is that 80% of all births are traumatic and, whatever. There you go. There's 6 emails and then they just keep going and getting spaced out. And there's 2 or 3 referral ones in there. Hey, did you know an easy way for you to refer to our office is actually to forward one of these emails directly to the person that you were thinking about referring, or get them to call us at this number, or use this link to go directly to our new patient booking form. There you go. Low friction to transaction for the referral. Then you have a couple other emails about health and wellness, and then another referral one. Did you know that you could refer people to our office to directly use this? There you go. There's really no mathematical system to this. It's more about just doing it and getting them out there. Once you build them, they're there. Great question. Commonly asked questions is great too. You can add, I mean, if you have 5 commonly asked questions, there's 5 emails. Boom, 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 boom. I have a video on that. I remember shooting a video. I think they get that like on the 7th or 8th commonly asked questions. The most common questions I get are, what's a best pillow to sleep on and what's the best mattress to sleep on? And I think I shot a whole video on that, and it's one of the emails. That's a great one. Side sleepers, back sleepers, pillow, you talk about all that stuff. And there is no right answer to it. It's more, for back sleepers, thinner pillows, and for side sleepers, thicker pillows. I mean, that's just the fundamental biomechanics of it. Yeah, there you go. Great question. Nurturing, building sequences. I love it. I love that you guys are even asking these questions. It means that you're attempting it or doing it. Great. Best CRMs to use is, the answer to that one is, the one that you have, because switching technology is such a pain, and you lose time. If you're early into practice and you've got a newer practice, I guess you got the time, but I do not have the time. I've been with ChiroTouch since day one and I will not switch. Yes. Do I like Jane? Absolutely. Is it better? Probably. Am I going to switch? Nope. ChiroTouch. What are some good ways to get some emails from possible leads? So far, I did an ebook. Ebooks are fantastic. Challenges are another great way. On social media, you could have a challenge. So whatever your ebook's on, challenge people to it. Maybe it's maybe your ebook's on intermittent fasting, or your ebook's about gut health, or whatever it may be. Then you will do a challenge on gut health or intermittent fasting. Who wants to try intermittent fasting? Here's a simple 7-day challenge on how to do intermittent fasting. Who's in? You post it on your page, and you say, comment, who's in, comment below fasting, and I will send you my guide. And you create it on Canva. It's a guide and with the 7 rules of fasting and how you do it, with cool little pictures, and it looks good, and it's a PDF. Then the 10 people that say fasting, you DM them the guide. They're like, and then you comment, and now you're in their messenger. Now you are directly in their inbox, and you're like, hey, you could also create, to get the guide, click on this link, and it's your landing page where they put a phone number, name, and email. MailChimp does this. You can create landing pages right on MailChimp and then follow up the sequence with the PDF. Like, it's pretty simple. Or you could do it the long form way, where you get into their DMs and you're like, here you go. Here's your fasting guide. If you have any questions, reach out to me directly here. Here's my personal DM, and let me know how it goes. And the thing with that is, you follow up with them a few days later. Hey, Tracy, how do you like that fasting guide? Did you start the program? Do you have any questions? Can I help you with anything? That is scripted. I would keep that. I would hit the back button and listen to that again. That is the exact comment that you bring in. How can I help you? Well, doc, all of them that wanted the fasting thing didn't want the fasting guide. They wanted access to you, and you didn't even realize it. Literally, when people stop you at the grocery store, as the hey, are you the chiropractor? Yeah, I'm the chiropractor. They're not just asking, they want your autograph. You won't give them their autograph because you're too humbled. They don't want your autograph. But you get my point. That's why they stopped you. They want your acknowledgement. You are a celebrity in your community. You don't realize this because of all the stuff you're putting out there. So, anyways, so you get in their DM or you create a landing page where it automatically sends them the PDF. This is fantastic stuff. So challenges can be anything, whatever you're doing: sleep challenge, water challenge, fasting challenge, gut challenge, fasting or juicing challenge, whatever it may be. Man, I just gave myself like 7 ideas. And you go from there and you create these things, and it's a lot of fun. Ebooks, challenges, guides. I think I said all 3, right? Perfect. Good stuff. What else do you guys have for me? This was a good one. Way to go, guys. This is a great, this is what I envisioned when I do these things. I'm like, there you go. Direct questions and way higher value when I'm answering your questions than me turning this off and being like, did I serve anybody tonight? But there you go. Perfect. So the one I have on my website is just the 5 ways to reduce inflammation. Great. That's a good one. So that's an ebook. It should be maybe a pop-up. So when people go to your website and they're searching around when they're about to leave, it also pops up, says, hey, would you like your free copy of this ebook? Name, phone number, email, or name, email. Before they go, it's called a last minute ditch to try and get their information. That's great. Oh, you have a follow-up question. Would you boost the post with the ebook or challenge or run an ad? Everything. You would do everything. So what you would do, should I answer your first question? That wasn't a question. Great. So would I boost the post with the ebook or challenge or run an ad? Great question. I would boost first. You boost this to create more audience awareness and brand awareness. So if you have, like, if you're Dr. Jordan in the community, your name's Michael Jordan and you're Dr. Jordan and your face is known, then that's where you're going to boost this post. If it's not, you're going to use your business page with your brand awareness, your office page or your company page name. So you're going to use your logo as the brand awareness. If you haven't created enough brand awareness, use your logo, use your business, because it comes across as professional. The only way you would use your face is if you've created enough brand awareness with your mug. Okay. So then you would use that. Makes sense? So then you would run a boost. You would boost your ebook for a while with your targeted audience. Maybe you do $1 a day for 10 days. You just boost it because you're going to change your 59 people that see your comments or your posts on your media. When you boost it, you're going to get 5,900 impressions. That's what happens when you boost. Facebook's like, oh, you want to boost this? Okay. We're not going to show it to 59 people. We're going to show it to 5,900 people. Then depends what happens with the clicks. A Facebook ad, now you're saying 5,900, I want to show it to 59,000. Now you're paying to get more amplification. Make sense? So really you would do both. I would boost it first, see the results, and I would boost it with a couple different challenges or a couple different ebooks. And you boost all 3 of them. And then one of them is going to get 30 comments and like 100 likes or something outrageous. And you're like, that's my winner. That's my ad. And it is. You literally turn that into an ad. Great questions. Should I also ask for their zip code for the landing page? Sure. The more information you get, I love it if you can get an address. And that's great too. Imagine building a list over time and you have addresses. And then Zuckerberg's like, that's it. We're turning off Meta. Instagram and Facebook goes down. You're like, I got email and I got addresses. I'm sending out direct mail. Your business keeps going. I don't think social media would turn over like that, but you get my point. More mediums, more information, more value. Absolutely. Zip code by itself, still information, still good. You would be able to see which zip code is responding to your ads the most. I mean, I like it. I love it. Yes, if you can get it, get it. Great. Yeah, I caught up on all the questions. Good stuff. What else you guys got? Any other questions? Ebooks, you guys are probably doing it. I hope you're doing it the easy way. The long way is nice too, where you actually are an author and you write the book from front to back. That's fantastic. Otherwise, you're using Canva or ChatGPT and you're creating your chat, quick ebook. I like going to ChatGPT and putting in the topic of my book that I want to write, and then what I love it when it does the 5 or the 7 or the 8 tidbits on what to write on. So it's like chapter 1, your introduction, chapter 2, it's going to be this, chapter 3, it's going to be this, chapter 4, it's going to be that. I like that. Then I can write each chapter. Makes it a lot quicker. Or if there's a bulky one, I could put that chapter into ChatGPT and say, hey, describe the fundamentals of sciatica to a 5th grade class about how it works and how to alleviate the pain into chat. And it'll help me write that one chapter. Still edit it. I still fix it, but it helps speed it up. You can do ebooks in under an hour. You really can. So I hope that helps some people that are watching. Like, oh man, I have to write books. Kind of. AI has made it a lot easier. What else do we got? "10 p.m. Eastern." Forgive me for the yawns. What else do we got? March. Can't believe it's March. Anything else? Anything else? We good? You guys good? Every Monday, take advantage of this. Just like lectures, never the best night of the week, right? When you're doing workshops. Is there a good way to find associates? You know, there is, and it's like marketing over time. Be the clinic people want to come and either learn from or work from. So the best way is, believe it or not, Indeed. So if you're doing this for the first time, you're going to do Indeed, or do you think a partnership is better? Are these the same question? Time out. So, is there a good way to find associates, or do you think a partnership's better? I'm going to assume those are the two-part questions. So, um, loaded though. Whoever's commenting, all I see is Facebook user. You need a coach. You need me. we, we need to. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. You need me. That's a total coach thing. Well, let's coach it right now. An associate is someone you're going to pay on a salary that's going to come on in and do work for you, for your business. Okay, it's a paid position, so you have to look at as associate as you have work to give them. This is where things get sticky. A lot of chiropractors don't have work to give them. They hire the doctor and then they're like, well, I need those new patients for myself to maintain my business. You need to go out and get new patients. You're not ready for an associate. So you need to have work for them. If you have work for them, you're going with an associate. Partnerships do not happen overnight. Oh my gosh, you're scaring me with this question. Like, do not bring in some random person and offer them a partnership. That is crazy town. Partnerships do work, and partnerships are developed over time. So you would have an associate, you like what they do, they work with them. You may even bring up partnership at the very beginning of the hiring process and be like, listen, this is how I see everything's going to work. We're going to do this in 3 phases. We're going to have the learning phase, the responding phase, and then the ROI phase. This is what I expect from you in your first year with us. The first 90 days is your probationary period where you come on in and you learn. Hands free. You don't like what we do, you walk away. No harm, no foul. I don't like what you do, you walk away. No harm, no foul. Make sense? That's the probationary period where you're investing into them. You're paying them their salary, and they're probably not going to make the return right on week 1. So you have that. Then the return phase is like, now they've learned what they have to produce. That could be a 3-month period. It could be a 6-month period. They have to produce. Now they got to be breaking even and producing. And by the end of the first year, they have to be bringing in that ROI. You're looking for a 3-to-1 or 4-to-1 ROI. So if you pay them $100K, they better be making $300K in services. Like that's how this works. At $200K, it doesn't work. You invested in them in the first 3 to 6 months and lost all that money. So that's $50K down the drain. Then they start making you money. right? Or making money, breaking even, hopefully in the second part. And now you're at the 100K, right? Loss. It's a loss. So at 200K, you're almost breaking even at 200K. They don't get this. This is business. And no matter who you bring in, then at 300K, now you're like, oh man, this is totally worth it. A 4-to-1 is a gold nugget. Those are people that you may bring up partnership with. You'd be like, listen, whatever you're doing, it's working. This is absolutely fantastic. How do you like working here? Do you see yourself here 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Yeah, I definitely see myself 5 years from now. What do you think about maybe being partner next year? We're going to talk exactly in 1 year. It's a 2-year process to get there. Okay. Don't not offer partnership right off the bat. And that the whole partnership is a whole different discussion. That can be 10% partner. That can be 40% partner. That can be a 30% partner. What's in it for them to partner? Is the business profiting at that point? That's really what you need to get to. And a lot of chiropractors run their offices almost break even. So the LLC breaks even at the end of the year because the income and expenditure almost negate each other, and it leaves them with zero corporate tax. That's typically how most businesses run, because they take the salary, right? And they pay income tax on the salary, whatever that may be. And that's really the profit. So if you're running it like that, it's not going to be very juicy for any partners to come in and be like, okay, what's your profit at the end of the year on the LLC? And you're like, we break even. And they're like, well, why would I give you money if there's no profit at the end of the year to take my 30%, my 20%, my 10%, right? It gets sticky. So those things don't work. But when they do work, they're absolutely beautiful, because once you have partner, they are now cemented with one foot into that mortar practice. And now it gives you so much freedom, because now somebody's invested in this. It's ideal. It's definitely ideal. But you got to work your way up for that. So how do you find associates? I would start with Indeed. If you don't have a good state organization or a good state website or a good provincial website or anything like that doesn't do a good job recruiting, you would post on Indeed, and you would post to the schools that you want to get associates from, new grads from. If you want Palmer grads, you do Palmer. If you want Life grads, you do Life. Whatever Sherman, what you do Sherman. But that's how you do that. And then if you're an alumni at any one of those schools, you get to do this stuff for free. They want you to post jobs. Like, their goal is to get jobs for their grads, right? So they want you to do that as well. So that's where I would start. And then other ways are through the inner organizations and social media, believe it or not. If you're part of some groups, like the Marketing 101 group, you would go in there and be like, I'm looking for an associate in Seattle, Washington. And you post it in there. And then now you got people sharing your post for you in other communities. Or you go into your Technique, the ICPA website, or your TRT website, or the NUCA Facebook group, or whatever it may be, and you start posting in there looking for an associate. Those groups like to help each other and get it out there. But Indeed is absolutely fantastic. Chiropractors are on there. They're looking. That's where they look. ZipRecruiter, Indeed, all those ones there. Great questions. Anything else before we go? All these videos are saved. You can watch them at any time. And you can contact me at any time at info@enricod.com. There we go. Yeah, we rebranded too. You like that? Digital Coach. Perfect. Good, guys. Have a great week. If you have any more questions, I'm going to just kind of stare for another 10 seconds and see if anything happens. If not, have a wonderful week. Thank you for everything you do. And we'll catch you next week. Same channel, same everything. Take care.